Here we go!
We're feeling very gay because it's almost time to play. Grab your favorite chair with the Lucky Pierres. Yeah!
All right, guys, welcome back to the Lucky Pierres movie reviews. It is Halloween season. We got another horror movie review for you, a brand new sequel, Terrifier 2. All right, guys, Terrifier 2. We just seen that. What did you guys think of it?
You go first.
I really enjoyed it. I thought, honestly...
Looks like you got a lot written there.
Honestly, I thought it was a bit much. I'm all for ultra violence and whatnot, but I thought
I don't think you are, though.
I don't know if I am. I don't know if I am. I think it was,
when you preface it like that, I feel like that means you're not about it. You want to be.
I think it was just overkill. I think like I've reached a point in my life where it's like I was at the top of the mountain and I'm descending. My taste, you know what I mean? But
what did you expect? Because you really liked the first one.
I really do.
I feel like it was less brutal than the first one. It was more like tongue in cheek. Like even the violence.
I would agree.
There's only one scene in the new one that I feel like was like
the bad one. Yeah, that one is
which
ridiculous.
was intentionally because they said they had to beat the scene that everybody loves in the first one. They had to try and beat it.
So violent. This one was so violent that I actually got nervous during like some of the upcoming kill scenes. I swear to God, like I did. I was getting nervous. I was like,
you sound like one of the people that passes out.
No, I
You know our opinion.
Yeah, I know. But I've seen everything from a Serbian film to the Human Centipedes to Martyrs and stuff. But like, it can be viewed as silly or whatever. But I don't view it as that. I view it as like, you know, like. It looks real and it's very like mean spirited, so it just looks so real. The effects are so good.
That's a positive.
I'm sure I would have had a different experience if I seen it with a bunch of people, but I seen it alone. So I was just taking it like just kind of raw, you know. I wasn't like laughing like a lot of people. There was some people laughing.
Oh yeah,
and that like that rubs me the
wrong way.
It does, man. Like I think it like hear me out here. I think laughing at that stuff is kind of like a sign of insecurity. Like that's where true fear is, you know. Like, oh, I'm so tough, I can laugh at this out loud, you know. Like I honestly think
feel like you're doing the where you know what people are thinking better than they do things right now.
Yeah, I truly believe that. But if that's a declaration of your toughness, then that's pretty ridiculous.
I don't think people take it as that. I think maybe they're just enjoying themselves because they want to see like a crazy horror movie.
Yeah, I feel like they're not getting the same experience as you.
Actually, what they wanted instead of some just run-of-the-mill trash like everything else that's out.
How can you laugh at like some lady literally?
It's not real
because it's definitely not realistic.
It's not. It is realistic.
It's not.
The effects are very good.
The effects are very good, but that's not what it really looks like or sounds like when that happens to somebody.
It's not. But like, I think the fact that in that particular scene,
it's
the bed scene, when she was screaming and stuff, that was very real.
In my opinion, if you laugh during Hostel, like if you watch that and laugh, it's a little different.
You're right. There is a different tone
because that's more like
realistic
stuff that probably really happens.
Let's be honest. Realistic. We're talking in this movie. We're talking about like he gets reborn as his head in an insane asylum. Like that's a level of realistic we're talking about.
Yeah, she gets ripped through a head and he's laughing.
I know. Yeah, but you're right.
Which I mean, I get what you're saying, but like you can't judge a movie like Terrifier the same as you're judging like a movie that could actually happen,
like Hostel. Yeah.
But you love like the Friday the 13th movies where he like stabs a knife through the bed and cuts people's throats. And you're
that's you can't compare Friday the 13th to Terrifier.
It's a slasher.
What do you mean? It is, but this is like ultra violence. Friday the 13th is not ultra violence.
I mean, if it was made with today's capabilities, it probably would be.
I just think it's different levels of violence. I've never seen Friday the 13th go that hard. That's like
he cuts the kid's veins out and uses them as a marionette.
That's Nightmare on Elm Street, but like
but still slasher.
I don't know. The kills
you're talking about Friday the 13th?
Yeah. The kills are brutal as hell.
Yeah, Friday the 13th kind of was pretty tame on like the blood and gore for what it was, to be honest.
They're still murdering people.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you know what I mean? Like a lot of it was concealed. Like I'm just thinking about it right now. Like that's crazy. Like the sleeping bag scene is brutal, but also it shows no blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that bed kill scene though is one of the most violent things I've ever seen. You know.
The effects are good. It's one of the best things about the movie. Is hire that team. If
that is crazy good effects. Yeah, man, that scene honestly made me a little uncomfortable. Like it was like because her screaming and whatnot, it was just like so visceral.
Yeah.
But and her selling it the entire time made it worse. You know, and But anyway,
yeah, that girl was there.
But if you go in knowing that's what's gonna come, like you can't be like, this is offensive.
I didn't expect that.
Okay.
You had to have. You've seen the first one.
I did, but
and that's like what you wanted, and you knew they were gonna go harder.
Yeah,
'cause that's what they're known for. You had to expect.
I did enjoy it. It's not like I didn't enjoy the movie. I enjoyed the movie. It's
You were
just,
conflicted.
I was conflicted because it's just like it says a lot about society where that movie is pretty successful. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're just so
But
we're so
successful. It's successful for an indie movie. Like, it wasn't making the money Halloween did.
No, of course not. But it's a smaller movie that's pretty successful and like.
Oh yeah, it has a following.
You should want that. I do. There were a lot of people there that night when I went to see it, and it was like it just says a lot about society that's in theaters. That's so violent. Like. It's just we're getting more and more.
We need more of that in theaters, in my opinion.
We're just getting more and more accepting.
We need more
we
fringe.
have totally different takes on
fringe things in the
crazy
movie
man.
theater.
But I don't know. I thought the main character though was surprisingly well written and likable. I mean,
you're saying she was hot, right?
That as well, yeah. For a slasher movie of this sort, you know.
Yeah.
But this movie at its heart is about Art the clown and the key and the gore, and that delivered.
Yeah, they kind of tried to build some plot on her, but it just fell through.
It was unnecessary.
Yeah,
she was good.
It went nowhere.
Yeah, but she was
my
likable.
dad just drew all these designs for me, and then it just fell through. You're like, okay, well.
No, but I like the whole, the costume thing and stuff.
Yeah,
and that was neat. And
with
the dagger.
That also threw sentiment into it. Like it was a costume designed by her dead father.
Yeah, and then but I'll talk about the gore and stuff. Like that's what you order when you go to a Terrifier movie.
Yeah,
and Damien Leone, the director, he knows that. Thankfully, he knows what you order.
Oh yeah,
he's great. What you order, yeah, and whereas some don't.
Okay, I definitely need to rewatch it, but. It was very unnecessary for it to be as long as it was.
Very. It was at least 30 minutes too long.
I think everybody can agree on that. They could have cut 30 minutes.
I feel like they just didn't want to cut anything.
Yeah, but it's kind of an ego thing.
I was very distracted by the cast and crew were sitting behind me, directly behind me for the whole movie because I saw it in Fantastic Fest. So Damien was there, everybody. It was a whole row of the movie theater of just cast and crew. So they were having a great time, but there was Larry, who is a producer on the movie. I think he's done this and one other movie. Just the whole movie was talking behind me and was like, oh, can't wait for this to happen. Or oh, you're going to love this. Because they're from Jersey and Larry is Italian. So it was very Sopranos-y. The whole time, just this Italian man directly behind me. The whole movie.
Yeah.
But so the highlight of the whole thing was they did a Q&A and Damien Leone was trying to do the Q&A and Larry was still jabbering.
Oh, jeez.
And Damien goes, Larry, shut the fuck up! And freaked out. And people were all right, Larry, you gotta go. And they took him out.
Did they?
And when he left, you just hear, ching, 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 ching. And it was just empty wine bottles under his chair.
Just celebrating,
And he was just the whole time.
He was drunk.
Well, yeah. And the whole time they were Larry, shh. And he's I'm excited! While the movie was going. So, that was most of my complaint. But I get most of the plot or story decisions in those movies were, just an excuse to get to, what the effects were.
Yeah.
The special effects and the fun and comedy and, squeeze that.
It just, I get what you're saying. It was all just a road to get to the set piece big moment.
But I don't think
kills.
all of it was necessary.
No,
it wasn't.
But they just didn't want to cut anything because they were so proud of putting that stuff in the movie.
Yeah, which is fine. They had some awesome set pieces and cool locations and stuff.
But if you like intense gore and very dark black comedy, then it's for you.
Yeah. And also the whole style of it, it's just underrated as far as how well it's shot.
Yeah,
it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
The cinematography's good. Everything's looks good.
But yeah, I think I liked the first one more. But that's because
it was so unexpected.
Yeah, this one wasn't I guess as shocking of a watch because you knew it was going to be shocking.
Yeah,
the first one when it came out was kind of crazy.
Yeah, you're what is this movie? And then,
but I probably need to rewatch it, so we can all rewatch it if you want.
For sure, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I do need to rewatch it.
But there will be a 3 and more. He said.
Did he?
He's not done. He's going to keep making
because art's like a spirit kind of.
Yeah. Well, he just loves it.
He does really well. It's like a cult thing massively.
It is.
Makes money.
Big movies. So
got a beef with Larry.
I really like the end scene. Was cool. The post credit scene where with the head and the woman that was
ridiculousness,
disfigured face and whatnot. That was.
I like the addition of the ghost girl that's always with him. Like, it's very fun the whole time.
She was great.
I love the laundromat scene where he's just
it's just him to
his
himself.
boxers. Yeah,
like she starts pissing herself,
like,
and
she like pisses black or something.
Oh yeah, she like shits all over.
Yeah,
that was weird. Yeah,
and that guy is just sitting there watching.
Yeah, he's like.
He was all covered in blood, and then he washes. Everything's just pure white. Yeah. It's perfect. Yeah. What was your guys' favorite part in the whole movie? Like, you have a favorite kill or anything?
I like the handing out the candy and then shading lady's head.
Oh,
that was cool.
God, that was gnarly.
Honestly, I like like in the Halloween, like the Spirit USA or Halloween store, like that whole scene was pretty funny. Like the kill, but then like
before that,
him following her around and
trying on sunglasses.
And the sunglass thing was hilarious. That was he said they tried on so many. They were just like, just do whatever you want, and he was just trying on tons.
Was he
of them,
improvising?
Yeah, for most of it, because that guy is like a super unimposing, like nice guy. And he's like a stage actor.
Is he really?
And he was there.
Is he kind of normal?
Yeah, he's like what you would expect for like a stage actor, like drama dude.
Interesting.
But he was, and
parts of that part reminded me of like Killer Clowns, how they're just like
joking
around in the place.
Like they're having fun.
You're right. Yeah.
And then waiting to kill somebody.
Maybe it was like a reference or a throwback to it. You know what I mean? How about the scene where the guy gets his like nuts, like his dong stabbed and then like ripped off? That was gnarly, man.
Too like brutal though. Like the hostile one's worse.
Yeah, it was so quick.
And he like stabs the crotch, and there's no shot of like his dong, but you know he's getting stabbed.
But then you see it actually get pulled.
Yeah,
it was so quick though. Yeah, but man, that was brutal. Like when he initially stabbed, I was just like, oh. The guy next to me, there was a guy sitting directly next to me. He was like, oh. And after he goes to his friend, he's like, that was definitely the most effed up movie I've ever watched. He was,
that's what you want. I feel that's what I want people to say. Honestly,
that's what he went. Yeah, I feel like that was goal achieved.
That was his goal. He succeeded.
Yeah, and then the kill in of her friend in the bathroom near the end, that was brutal with that bat.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was brutal.
Have you guys ever seen Crazy People?
Never seen the Foley. Patients? No.
Oh, they do an ad for like because there's this new horror movie comes out called The Freak. And the crazy people, like the mental patients, have an ad that says it will fuck you up for life, and everyone goes to see it. They're like, we gotta see this. That's their ad for it.
Yeah,
that's what it reminded me of.
That's great. That's definitely what this is. Yeah, it'll F you up. Yeah, but
that's on like the billboard for the movie. It will fuck you up for life, and everyone's like, we gotta get.
What a great selling point. Yeah. Well, anyway, you guys have anything you want to add, or you want to just get to ratings?
We can do ratings if you want.
Yeah,
sure.
All right, I gave it a 7.
I gave it a 7.
I gave it a 6, but like I said, I need to rewatch it without the distractions.
Of course, yeah.
I probably would have gave it 7.5, 8 if it was like half hour shorter.
Yeah.
But like a rewatch of like 2 hours and 20 minutes is kind of like a tough commitment to make.
Well, at least we know what parts we can skip when the rewatch.
There you go.
Yeah, right? All right.
I won't skip any parts, I swear.
The final verdict. See it ASAP, see it whenever, or skip it. Or watch it whenever.
I would say whenever.
Yeah, I say whenever because if it's not your cup of tea, you're not going to want to see it.
It's not going to be a lot of people's cup of tea.
It's not.
The people that want to see it are going to see it.
Yeah, for sure. It's watch it whenever. But
yeah, they'll seek it out.
If you're a horror, if you're into ultra violence and you Art the Clown and Terrifier, you want to see it.
I really liked that it did so well, honestly.
I do too.
I like
that
they're supporting that insane horror.
It is well made. Watch it.
There's so much horror trash out there.
I like any like indie stuff being successful in theaters.
Yeah.
The effects are really good.
Stuff
and they really tried.
They really tried. Watch this one whenever, but like if you're a horror fan, you watch it ASAP. It's really good. All right, guys, we got the quote game. I got a movie quote for these boys. They got to guess it. Here we go. So it's two people talking, and the woman says, "You're not the man I knew 10 years ago." And then he says, "It's not the years, honey. It's the mileage."
Fool's gold. No.
Actually, there is one similarity to both movies.
Is it Matthew McConaughey?
No.
Goldie Hawn.
Think about who's so cool that they can say that.
I think I know it, but I can't think of the name of the movie.
No, if that's the case, then that's not it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Is it Harrison Ford?
It is.
Then I'd know it.
Okay. Okay, then.
Anne Hesh?
Huh?
The Anne Hesh one?
No.
Okay, I don't know. Harrison Ford says that in something else. That's amazing.
You got a guess? Take a guess. I mean,
Indiana Jones.
which one?
I gotta guess the which one.
Come on.
Third one.
Temple of Doom.
Nope. I'll give you half a point. I'll give you guys half a point. It's a Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Not the man I knew 10 years ago.
It's not the years, honey. It's the mileage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one? Which number is that?
Second one?
I have no idea.
I don't know what
First
order
one?
they're in.
Second one? Yeah,
I don't know
either.
what order they're
Let me just see which one. I'm not 100% sure. I should know that, but it's the first one.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
But all right, guys, that's our review for Terrifier 2.
I should get like 3 points for that. That's cool.
Thanks for watching. We love you, and we'll see you soon.